this was my first daily show, Anupama.
Yes, Anupamaa was the first
my
daily
first
one.
daily show. But more than 2 decades ago, yes, I did television. But that time, everybody was doing television.
Hmm.
Like even Imtiaz Ali,
Right.
Anubhav Sinha,
Mahesh Bhatt also for that
Mahesh
matter.
Bhatt. Everybody was on television, and that's the time I did television. And I did work with Mahesh Bhatt also. I did work with Imtiaz Ali also. You know, so I worked in television at a time when we used to shoot like film.
Hmm.
You know, like a movie would be shot.
Yes.
That kind of time, that kind of luxury, that kind of work that went into it. You know, so we used to shoot at peace. You know, at leisure, and there was no run. Uh, race against time where कि यार एपिसोड परसों सुबह रिलीज वो टेलीकास्ट होना है और आज रात में हम लोग शूट कर रहे हैं दैट काइंड ऑफ रेस अगेंस्ट टाइम was never there. So I would say I didn't belong to television before this till Anupama came.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what prompted you to become a part of a daily soap, and how did life change? Because Anupama was, oh my God,
Yeah.
it just blew out to no extent.
Yeah. I think Anupama just went on to become a cult of a different kind. I think it was a blessing. I don't see anybody, however well you make anything, or however well you are prepared, or however well you write, or whatever you do, you can be successful, you can succeed, you can be a hit, but to become what Anupama became has to be a blessing. So there must be some sort of a divine intervention there. 4 years ago, when I started shooting, before that, I had finished 3 OTT series.
Yes.
One was 100, which was on Hotstar with Lara Datta and me, and this one Marathi actress called Rinku. Lara and I played IPS officers in both husband and wife, and very interesting stuff. And then there was something called Casino that I did for Z5. There was something else that I was doing. So I did some very interesting stuff on OTT, and then COVID happened. Yes. And when COVID happened, I was still shooting in Kathmandu for Casino. Okay. And that is when Rajan called me. Oh. Rajan called me saying that, मैं चैनल में बैठा हूँ और मैं कुछ पिच कर रहा हूँ, बट अगर तू हाँ करेगा तभी मैं पिच करूँगा, because the character, मेरा जो हीरो है, he's got a grey shade, and I can't see anybody else playing that apart from you. Wow. So he gave me a one-liner and all of that, and मुझे अच्छा लगा. मैंने कहा ठीक है, let's look at this. And then when I came back, he gave me a narration, and that's when we were on for Anupama. I did my thinking. Okay. I asked my astrologer about 4 or 5 times. Are you sure? Are you sure? Because it was daily show. Commitment, major commitment. I was a little nervous. But then finally it happened, and rest is history.
So the craze Vanraj Shah has gotten is, oh my God. Like, I used to love the reels you made on social media also. Do you miss being a part of the show now?
No, I don't think that way.
Okay.
What I think is that I had my run on the show. I enjoyed my run on the show. I enjoyed being with the people. I enjoyed being in that atmosphere. I gained so much from it. But when you move on, you move on. You miss the atmosphere, you miss the people, but you move on. And it's important that you move on mentally also, because when you're walking ahead, you're moving on, you can't keep looking back,
Right.
Because that might bring emotional, distress to you or whatever. So I don't think that is required, as long as you cherish the moments, that you have spent in last 4 years with the people that you were working with. So I am doing that, and I've had a great time shooting for the show.
Ever happened that people walked up to you and told you, "Arey, aap aisa kyun karte ho Anupama ke saath?"
100 times. 100 times. They've all come to me, "Sir, आप अनुपमा के साथ ऐसा क्यों करते हो? नहीं करो ना, उसे मत परेशान करो ना." ऐसा करके मुझे बोलते थे. So, but along with that, there was so much of love that I got, which I used to wonder always कि यार वनराज को मैंने इतना खतरनाक बना दिया है कि लोग नफरत करते हैं मुझसे और इतना गुस्सा उनके मन में भरा होता है, वनराज से भी ज़्यादा गुस्सा भरा रहता होगा. बट आई रियलाइज लेटर कि वो जो गुस्सा और जो नफरत है वही एक्चुअली उनका प्यार भी है, बिकॉज दे लव्ड द एक्टर सुधांशु.
Yes.
And they hated the character Vanraj. And I used to get the messages saying same thing in the same breath, that we hate Vanraj, but you are absolutely fantastic. What you do in the character with the character is something that makes us hate him. So I said, I'm so glad, and I'm happy that people hated it and got so upset with the character, because if they weren't getting that upset and angry, then I wouldn't be doing my job right. I would get really worried if they were not angry. So I think it was all good. Vanraj was a great character that I played, and I'm glad I was able to create something so amazing and so iconic that today people are actually emotionally distraught after.
Emotionally distraught. I was reading comments where everybody was saying that, Vanraj, like, it is going to be very difficult for anybody to fit into those shoes of Vanraj Shah. The benchmark that you've set is very difficult. Your exit from the show, has been shocking for a lot of people. But what was also nice was that, you came on social media and you officially announced it. नहीं तो क्या होता है, वो ouster का news आता है, या वो exit का news आता है, and then there are its own speculations that come about. With this case also it happened.
Yeah, it happened.
Where a lot of blame is coming on Rupali, that that Rupali's equation with Rupali is one of the reasons. Would you want to address that?
See, I've the reason why I came on social media and announced it is because I felt responsible. That all the audiences that have been waiting to see Vanraj, and they must be wondering where Vanraj is gone. I must tell them that I am not going to be a part of this show.
I don't know whether to call it a magazine or a newspaper.
What can I say? As you can see, the iconic screen magazine. It is, I'm on the cover. It's really nice to be on the cover.
Karan, this is your surprise for the evening.
I remember there were so many times that, he would just turn back and he'd look at me and I was like, Agnipath.
माँ के पैरों के नीचे स्वर्ग है, अरे बाप के पैरों के नीचे जायदाद है.
गीत और आदित्य का अभी ब्रेकअप हो रहा है, फ्रस्ट्रेट हो गए हैं वो दोनों एक दूसरे से, है ना. आदित्य बोल रहा है ये अपनी आपकी खुद की फेवरेट है, कौन झेल सकता है इसे.
If you could legalize one thing in India, what would it be? Prostitution, gambling, or marijuana?
I can't hear you.
We have seen you as more of a glamorous role in South Indian movies. And you went to Bombay. I don't know what transformed you. You're today totally different role.
Feel nepotism or no nepotism, I'm here. किसी के बाप की इंडस्ट्री नहीं है.
कहीं ना कहीं मेरी भी अपॉर्चुनिटीज कई बार ऐसे गई हैं जहाँ पे मुझे ऐसा लगा कि maybe I should have gotten the opportunity rather than someone who's from the family.
I love reading your reviews. When you really love something, you genuinely have, and that means a lot.
But that's the whole thing. You guys don't give up in life.
I wish you all the very best. May screen digitally prosper.